excited to invite you to Friday night readings, which is happening on a Saturday. We have been on hiatus for a little bit with this really fun event, but it is our joy to read brand new plays done by incredible playwrights. We have the wonderful Haley Rice with us tonight. Yay, hi, Haley. This beautiful collection of plays called Animorality. Now, the really cool thing about this kind of reading is that you, the audience, are part of the creative process. Your oohs and ahs and yes, all of those things are really good information for our playwrights. So feel free to express and have fun and get in on the action. Without further ado, I would like to welcome you to the world of Animorality.
Chimera.
She was perfect.
He was perfect.
She was reading.
He liked that I was reading.
So she was leaving and I panicked.
So he blurted out a quote from my book.
I don't want comfort. I want God. I want poetry. I want real danger.
I want freedom. I want goodness. I want sin.
Thomas Huxley.
Brave New World. This was obviously to impress me.
It's definitely impressed her. Well, impressed her not to take me home.
Woo! And several years after I took him home, he took me to the altar.
He proceeded downstage as if a wedding aisle.
For better or worse.
In sickness and in health. Till
Till
death do us apart.
He lifts her veil, they kiss.
And life proceeded as it was supposed to. We settled into routine.
Woman pours a drink for him.
We got the jobs, bought the house, did the right things that people do to build a life for themselves. But then the things that used to make us happy stopped making us happy. And we began to want a little more. Well, honestly, a lot more. We wanted a kid, something of our own. And we were trying, trust me, like Red Bull and Gatorade trying. But our happy required a little more help from science. And a little while after the procedure,
Woman comes out with a baby bump.
We got pregnant.
and we were happy.
We were so happy.
We made plans, painted a room and picked out names.
And then we got the letter. Dear Mr. and Mrs. So-and-so, we regret to inform you that there are complications with your pregnancy. The lab where your procedure occurred is a facility that runs several ongoing experiments, one of which uses the DNA of fetal pigs.
Through some sort of cross-contamination at the facility, the embryo that was implanted in Mrs. So-and-so was somehow been infused with porcine DNA. Obviously, this is regrettable. Should you want to terminate the pregnancy, we understand. Should you want to keep this anomaly, we understand as well. The choice is yours. Oh my God, what?
It's gonna be okay.
Are you kidding me? It's not okay. Nothing about this is okay. How can you be so calm about this?
I just take a break.
I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna sue that hospital.
About it.
I knew that doctor
Honey.
was not to be trusted. Men with mustaches
Honey.
cannot be trusted.
I think we should keep it. I'm serious.
Are you insane?
It took us so long to conceive. Who knows if it'll take again?
You want to carry a farm animal to term.
It's not an animal. It's pieces of us too. My whole life I wanted a family. A few people I to belong to. This is kind of family. When I met you, I was reading Brave New World, remember? And I knew that I was the savage. I wanted danger and sin, and then you appeared. But we've had this comfortable life. This could be it. This could be our adventure, our sin, our reason to belong in the world.
But it doesn't belong in the world, honey. I've always wanted a family too, but having a family is finally getting to have the comfort of normalcy.
I don't want normal.
What's so wrong with being normal?
I am not normal anymore.
Don't say that. You will be once we...
Don't say it. Don't you dare.
We can't keep it. Good God, there's a fucking pig inside of you. You're not right.
Excuse me?
That's not what I meant. It's not right. You are, it's not.
Fuck you.
That didn't go well. But I thought with a little time, she'd come to her senses. She realized we have a moral obligation to... But she wouldn't change her mind.
The woman nests in her happy place. The man pulls out a poster titled "It's Not to Have a Pig Baby," with the entire cons side filled and the pro side empty. A graph with a line titled "Relationship with a Pig Baby Going Down." And a pie chart entitled "Relationships Ruined by Pig Babies," and it's just a circle.
Even after every reasonable argument, every logical explanation, every damn statistic I could Google, she refused to see reason. And that's when I realized, for reason, for the greater good, for humanity. I was gonna have to kill her. I didn't want to. She was perfect. But this thing was rotting her from the inside out. So I planned it all out.
He came home as per usual that night.
She brought me my drink.
He gave me my kiss.
They sweetly kiss, and she turns to tidy something.
In that moment, I looked at her and thought, what it feels like to have everything you've ever wanted.
He looks around and grabs a comical living room object such as a lamp or an oversized vacuum and comes up behind her.
What?
Oh, it's coming!
No, it can't.
The baby, it's coming!
It's okay, honey. Breathe.
Ah,
Breathe.
ah, oh.
He notices something hidden inside the stuffed animal. As he rips open the toy, the stage lights fade until only the man is lit. From the toy, he pulls out a vial with an absurdly large skull and crossbones on it.
What have you done? Breathe.
You
Breathe.
hear the squealing of a piglet.
Hello, you. I've been waiting for you. You know, babe, mommy was different before you. She was perfect. She was comfortable. She was empty. But when I found out you were coming, I knew I would never be the same. And Daddy, he couldn't understand that. He couldn't see that we had a moral obligation. So Mommy made sure that he wouldn't get in our way. Because I don't need perfect. I need you.
The woman steps into the spotlight, revealing she now has a large, realistic pig nose and ears. She slips the bottle of poison from the man's hand into her pocket.
We've been waiting for you.
Don't feed the ducks. The duck pulls out a loaf of bread and throws pieces of it downstage.
You shouldn't be doing that.
Duck continues.
It's really not good for them.
Duck continues.
It causes angel wing. Have you heard of it?
Duck continues.
That's where the carpal joint grows abnormally because of malnutrition.
Duck continues.
If the duck reaches adulthood, it's most certainly fatal because the damage is permanent, making them almost incapable of flight.
Duck continues.
Also, in adults, because the deformity results in stick-like protrusions, where feathers would normally be, they're often rejected by their flock and they die of loneliness.
Duck continues.
Do you know what it's like to die of loneliness?
Duck continues.
Of course you don't. Yeah, you surround yourself with friends. You go to parties, you fill your head with constant noise, me, pulses to the beat as you stare into the flashing lights, and that's all you hear. And all you see is bodies. So many bodies are pressing against you again and again, and until you can't keep your eyes open. And then as soon as you wake, you fill your face with stimulation after stimulation, constant inundated attention, and
Duck continues.
if you would stop that while they're young, there would be time to save them. There would still be some time to reverse the damage.
The woman wrests the bread away from the duck. The duck stands and reveals that it has sad, protruding, stick-like angel wings.
Oh, well, see, if someone had just stopped you from eating the bread, then you would be, you wouldn't be, you would be.
Looks at the woman. The duck pulls out a pair of scissors and hacks at its angel wings.
No, don't you dare! Don't you dare! You are a beautiful creature of God, okay?
The woman rests the scissors, which now have blood on them. She tosses them aside.
Oh. You must not desecrate yourself because that's what happened, because of what's happened to you. Sometimes life is hard and we have to weather the storm.
The duck tries to eat the pieces of bread on the ground.
No!
The woman scoops up the bread on the ground and puts it on a pile on the bench. The duck tries to fight her for it.
Ow! Dead wildlife is dead wildlife.
The duck struggles.
Dead wildlife is dead wildlife.
The duck continues to struggle, but the woman holds on.
Okay, every 10 seconds in the United States, a duck, is euthanized due to angel wing syndrome.
The duck taps out.
6 out of 7 ducks will die in their lifetime from bread-related injuries.
The duck taps harder.
88% of angel-winged ducks will become 100% real angels.
The duck goes limp. She hears something and notices the bag on the bench.
Oh no. Hi, little guys. Don't worry. I got you, okay? Gosh, you must be hungry.
She suddenly remembers the power bar in her jogging suit and pulls it out.
This is healthy, okay? It's packed full of vitamins and minerals and proteins and moral superiority that will sustain you. Okay. Oh goodness, that was the only one I had.
The woman lunges at the pile of crumbs, snatching up a handful and starts to sprinkle them into the bag.
There. Bodies have all kinds of self-protective mechanisms. A little, just this once is okay.
Lights with honey. Lights up on a little boy in a bee costume. Electric bug zapper hums ominously nearby.
Mama, why do bees work so hard?
To make money.
Bees make money.
Honey. They work hard to make honey.
She holds up 2 t-shirts.
Dinosaurs are shapes.
Shapes. Why do they have to make honey?
I don't know, baby. They have to eat. Should we get a toy for the bus?
Yep.
Boy holds up 2 toys.
No, baby, just one.
Will we come back for it?
I think bees work hard to make money for the queen bee. Do you know that bees had queens?
Yes. But what makes them do that? Will they get in trouble if they don't?
That's a good question.
Does the queen give them money? Is it their job?
It is their job, but they don't get money the way we do. But they get nourishment and protection, I think. Where are your shoes?
So they work and work. There's so many bees. Does every bee get protected?
Not those ones, your running shoes.
Are we gonna go on a run?
No, baby, but just in case.
She sees him still with 2 toys.
I need you to pick one and put the other one away.
Mama, are we gonna come back for it later? Mama. Wait, Mama, the queen.
Yes, baby?
The queen. You didn't tell me. Does the queen protect everyone?
Everyone what?
Every bee. Mama, you're not listening to me.
I don't know. I don't know. I thought once, yes. I thought so, but I don't think she does. I don't think she can protect everyone.
Mama, are we leaving because of Grandpa? Did he do a bad thing? Is that why they took him to jail? What did he do?
I can't.
Yes, you can, Mama. Just use your words like you said when you're angry. You can. You can. Use the animals.
I can't, baby.
Use the bees.
I
Tell me
can't.
with bees.
That would be cruel to the bees. Sometimes things happen. Sometimes people do unspeakable things. And it's like when you throw a rock in a pond. You remember, like we do sometimes at the park? Those ripples, when the rock hits the water, they turn into waves. And even though you were never the rock, you find yourself sinking down with it.
I don't want to sink down.
You're not going to, baby. I won't let us.
But Grandpa will? Is Grandpa going to sink down in the water? I don't want Grandpa to sink down in the water. I know they say he did a bad thing, but if no one will tell me that, how am I supposed to know? Even though he did a bad thing, and maybe the people that know he did a bad thing don't know the good things too. Like he took me on paddle boats, and he always gave me the Good Jolly Ranchers, and he sang me the song that we would sing before bedtime, and maybe we could go and tell them, and they would see that they shouldn't drown him in the water with the rock.
Bees. You and me. We're the bees. We've been working to make honey, keeping our heads down and noses clean.
Bees don't have noses.
Doing everything right. To be the good bees in whatever capacity that looks like. But we found out all this time, our queen, the person that we know and loved, and worshipped, and adored. Well, the queen was actually a fly.
Why?
Yes, a fly. An imposter, not a bee at all. We spent all these years loving and working for someone who tricked us, who lied to us, who stole all our honey and didn't tell us the truth. Now, is it our fault for following the fly? No. It is not our fault for following the fly.
But how did? Are we mad at the fly?
I am so furious at the fly. But you don't have to be. You can feel any way you want.
If I want to keep following the fly.
I see what you mean. Flies will always find their way into honey. Should we keep on letting someone find ways to hurt us?
Mama?
Yes, baby.
I still love Grandpa.
I know, baby. Me too.
The car pulls up outside.
That's our ride to the station. You have everything? Good.
Mama,
Yes, baby.
did Grandpa know he was a fly?
You're not a fly. You are not a fly.
She sees the boy is still clutching his two toys.
Pick one, say goodbye, and I'll meet you outside.
Ugly. Goldie appears in an ethereal space. It feels separate from reality. It is fiction land. Goldie is a golden retriever. She is sexy. She is beautiful. She can be a human with dog-like features, like when someone dresses up as a sexy nurse for Halloween.
Look at me. I could have any mutt in the dog park. I have. They pulled a Saint Bernard, a Great Dane, and a Doberman off of me in the canine orgy of '07. I'm wanted by man and beast. Family friendly, dependable, beautiful, sexy. This ass, hounds want it, they want to sniff it. Humans want to give it scrumbles. I lack for nothing. Or so I thought. Until that day, he toddled out onto the run.
Lights come up on an apartment. It is reality land, a staunchly different feels from Goldie's ethereal fiction land.
You thought me reading about it would be better?
I didn't expect you to go through my mail.
Yeah, well, Dave dropped it off to me personally. Oh, he said how incredibly supportive a partner I must be to let you write so candidly about my insecurities.
I'm gonna kill him.
What insecurities is he talking about?
Can you just...
No, really, which ones?
Let's just take a breath.
I already know, because I read it.
Oh.
I want you to say them to my face, you coward.
It isn't real.
Oh, no. Golden Retriever. Pug.
Back with Goldie in the ethereal fiction land.
I could never own a pug, my owner said. It's downright cruel. The inbreeding they've gone through for centuries just to warm the beds of kings, and now to look ugly cute on Instagram posts. Sometimes they get so excited, their eyes bug out of their heads. It's sick. They're sick.
Okay, yes, I'm inspired by life, but I bent it. It's not all truth. It's what if.
What if?
Yes, what if? What if I were a golden retriever? What if you're a pug? What if?
My life until that moment had never led me here before. My padded, pampered, privileged life had only smelled of comfort. This creature before me, with its flat, wrinkled face, its surprised, bulging eyes, its bristled coat, that color of carrion flesh, was all preceded by the most intoxicating scent I had ever sniffed.
What if the golden retriever found the pug's round, bulging, conventionally ugly body attractive?
Pungent, almost putrid. It overwhelmed me almost immediately.
What if the sickeningly repellent look of the pug somehow turned the golden retriever on?
It vexed me. It revolted me. It charmed me, yet simultaneously repulsed me. It titillated and seduced me.
What if, upon finding out that the pug has a congenital, incurable disease, the golden retriever was filled with insatiable lust?
Like seeing a ball thrown but unable to find it in a yard. A cruel trick. The smell was the promise of death and the embodiment of life. And I loved it.
It's a metaphor!
I only had nose for him.
It's hurtful.
Babe, do you seriously not think I'm attractive to you?
Don't do that.
Have you ever doubted my appetite for your body?
That, no, that's not what I'm trying to say.
You really think I could want any more than I already do?
Are you attracted to me because I'm ugly?
You are not ugly!
But you think I have a smell.
Everyone has a...
Are you into me because I smell like this delicate creature stank of life's fragile nature, and I needed the fragility of life inside me.
Oh. No.
Do you like fucking me because you think I smell like I'm dying?
You're not dying, babe. Patients have an average life expectancy of 48.
I'm 44!
You'll surprise us. I'm sorry. I promise that it came out of place of make-believe. Nothing more. I love you. I love everything about you. I love your body because it's yours. I love your smell because it comes from you. I had a daydream. I was half listening to a conversation in Starbucks, and it congealed with a thought I had at that dog park I walked by earlier. Who's to say how the acid trip thought process works in my trash fire brain? So you show up in a weird ways in my work.
I'm sure people's lovers pop into their brains while they work. My work just happens to be on display for others to witness, so it gets weird. I just love you, not the acid trip dog manuscript version of you. The real you. Please forgive me. The line was crossed, I know that. You don't want it to go to print. I'll make the call. You know what? I'm gonna tell Dave.
Wait!
Oh, thank God. Please, just say what you need to say.
I don't.
Yell
I
at me.
can't.
Scream at me.
I'm not dying.
Oh.
You're not
I don't have.
dying. I'm sorry. This is. You told me you were sick.
I know.
You told me that years ago.
I tried to tell you so many times.
Tried to tell me what? That you lied to me about being terminally ill?
Does that change how you feel about me?
If it makes you a fucking liar.
That's fair.
Fair?
Sorry! No! Wrong words! Bad words. I'm sorry.
So what? You're just perfectly healthy?
Yes!
Why the hell would you lie about something like that?
I had no idea what happened. Something just got into me. You were there talking to me, and I noticed from our conversation this streak of compassion in you. You know? This nice girl inside of you, this genuine nice girl. Kind of nice that cared. That would care. That wouldn't straight up leave. That would overlook my shortcomings. That wouldn't find me repulsive. And then I noticed you started glazing over, like the dance was coming to an end and you might look for your next partner. I was losing you, so I blurted it out. I barely knew what it was. Picked it up from a rerun of Grey's Anatomy. I had to excuse myself to the bathroom to look up the symptoms. But the way you looked at me. How do I smell now? Go on, smell me. How do I smell now that it's not death? That it's just the putrid scent of me?
The judgmental looks of the other pets melted away. The embarrassed tone of my owner faded. It was only me, the pug, and the cloud of pungent death.
This is good. I'm glad you wrote it. Look at what it did for us.
Frailty of flesh. The odorous reminder that no tomorrow is promised. And as we became one fur, the ultimate understanding for now and not forever.
I'm so glad we can finally be honest with each other.
Same. Same.
Oh.
Parable of the Weka bird. Girl dressed as a rebellious teen watches them. She is in the space, but not of the space. The woman is aware of her, but the man is not. The girl talks mostly to the woman.
There's a bird in New Zealand called the weka. Like a kiwi, little ground bird with a long beak, teeth grub out of the ground. Not very smart as most birds tend to be, but it does what it does to get by. As many dumb birds sometimes do. This bird mates for life. It finds its mate and they form an attachment so strong, it's said if their mate is separated from them, if their mate falls into a pit and is trapped and can't get out, they will cry and wail and stay with them until help comes, or more likely a predator, or just until they die, wailing and crying and grieving, mourning the loss, the absence of them in their bird life, the hole in their tiny little dumb bird heart. The thing is, you're a tiny little dumb bird. But even tiny little dumb birds don't have to stay. Even tiny dumb birds deserve some happiness. Even tiny dumb birds shouldn't have to watch as someone they love slowly sinks into a pit and deteriorates from the inside out of their own choosing, knowing the one who loves them watches from above, completely fixated on them and only them, and loses every goddamn thing they once had, even their sparkling golden laugh. Bird call. All I'm saying is humans don't have to mate for life. Not if their mate doesn't mate them right back. Not if their mate can't love us the way that we love them. Do you hear me? You don't have to stay. You don't have to keep wailing. You can let go. Let him go. Please. Let him go. He's not like us. At least not like you. Remember that time when we were... Yep. You know that time. You had the choice. You could either burrow or pick up the pieces and keep on going. Well, you kept on going. I'm still in it. Not you. You kept going. That's why you have to let him go. That's why you have to. You were built for more. With growth comes pain. You have to sacrifice self to grow. Like Mom, that one time. I guess when Dad did that thing. Oh. I'll stay. One of us has to. Leave me here in the pit. No, I want to. Look at me. I was made for a pit. Love a good emo playlist. I was built for this. And We'll keep each other company. We have the same wounds. There's a bird in New Zealand called the weka. Dumb little bird. Little bird that does what it does to get by.
There's rabbits. Murmuring from the unseen galley as a judge sits at their bench, ruffling through files, searching for the next case on the docket. A prosecutor waits in anticipation to be called. The judge strikes their gavel to quiet the court.
Case 765-1234.
Representing the state, prosecutor 9876.
Right, in the case of the state versus defendant 5432. Defendant 5432, please approach. Defendant 5432, is defendant 5432 present?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm not used to the number. That's me, right? My name is.
Defendant 5432, please proceed to the bench and have a seat. Prosecutor 9876, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Holiness. Defendant 5432, in your filing for this hearing, you cited a specific event as the basis for your case, yes?
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 Yes.
And will you walk the court through this event in question?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes. It was in my childhood, before school.
What day?
What day? I'm not sure.
You don't remember the day in question?
I didn't know it was in question. It wasn't pertinent to the story.
Your Honor, the defendant is petitioning to become an exception to the state's Unaliving Act. How can we be made to believe that this event is enough of an importance if she can't even recall the day?
Tuesday. It was a Tuesday.
Your Honor, how can we be made to believe that the defendant, when mere seconds ago, they told us they could not recall such an important detail?
Your Honor, I'm nervous. It just came to me.
Defendant 5432, you may continue.
It was an early Tuesday morning. My father was driving me to school. It was early October and the leaves were changing. And I remember it had a crisp chill in the air because the exhaust from the tailpipes of the cars in front of us was swirling out. I think that's why I saw it, because my eyes were already drawn down to the road when I saw something move. It was an unsettling movement, even in my peripheral. And I hadn't really registered what it was, but I knew that it was unnatural. When my eyes fully focused, I saw that it was a rabbit, Your Honor. And the reason it took me so long to figure it out was because it had been run over by a car. It was run over so horrifically that the tire had left an exact imprint in its body, and somehow it was still alive. It was jerking its head up, its brain was still firing, but its body wasn't.
Objection, Your Holiness. As sentimental as this story seems to be, it does not support defendant 5432's case to unalive themselves.
Please, Your Honor.
Let's get to your point, defendant 5432.
Right. Well, the cars kept avoiding it, the rabbit. They wouldn't finish it off. I watched everyone drive around it to keep from putting it out of its misery, and it kept lifting its head, which
was strange that it could, as if just to ask for someone to crush it, to just finish.
Your Honor.
Defendant 5432.
This is my point, Your Holiness. I'm scarred by that. The people who saw that rabbit fight to live in its mangled body are scarred by that. They must think about it all the time. I know I do. I dream about it. I'm afraid that I'll become that rabbit. And I just need the option. Should I ever... Look, I don't want to unalive myself. I just want to be able to, if I'm in the position.
The position of being crushed by a car.
Well, not exactly.
The position of being a rabbit?
No. Obviously not.
Obviously? Your Honor, the defendant thinks us to be mind readers.
No, Your Holiness, what I mean, I'm asking to be an exception for the Anti-Unaliving Act should I become incapacitated.
Incapacitated, please. Your Honor, Your Holiness, if you may, please ask the defendant to speak frankly.
Defendant 5432, please speak frankly.
Well, for Christ's sake, I don't want to suffer.
Language, Defendant 5432.
I'm sorry.
The state would never force anyone to suffer. Your Honor, the defendant is accusing the state of...
No, I am not accusing the state of anything.
This defendant is interrupting due process!
I am not interrupting.
I heard interrupting.
Your Holiness, I did not mean to interrupt anyone. I am certainly not accusing the state of causing any suffering.
You know, defendant 5432, I think you are looking at the day in question all wrong. Yes, you do this sometimes. You just don't see what's right in front of you. But here it is. Rabbits are lucky.
They are, aren't they?
They're lucky creatures, the symbol of our great state.
Lucky rabbit's foot, rabbit day.
Bunnies are the symbol of new birth.
Watching a symbol of new birth slowly die means...
Did you see it die?
No, but...
So how do you know it died then?
It couldn't have lived.
Your Honor, unless the defendant saw it die with her own eyes or put it to death with her own hand, how can she say for certain that someone did not save it? That someone did not intervene, that a true hero pulled over courageously and put the pieces of Jumpty Dumpty back together again?
Jumpty Dumpty, what a good name for a rabbit.
You think so, Your Honor? I just got popped into my head.
There is no way that rabbit could be saved. Its intestines were scattered across the double lines.
Oh, and who are you to make that call? A veterinarian? An animal specialist? A doctor even?
No, but...
And yet you claim to know more than the state. This is my argument, Your Holiness. We educate the people, and that is grand, really grand. We are lucky to live in a grand land that educates the people. However, this makes some people think they know best in some situations because they have a sprinkle of experience. Who are we to say we know when a rabbit is dead unless we are truly an expert on dead rabbits?
A fair point indeed.
And while we ruminate on rabbits and the inappropriateness of unaliving them, might we also consider that we are in no way qualified to unalive ourselves? We have not the bandwidth, the understanding, like the symbols of our great state, the Tinner's rabbits. We must trust the forces unseen that connect us all, that we are a thread spinning and spinning our way into the great tapestry of the human condition.
I don't believe that.
Careful, Defendant 5432.
Sure you do. It's in everything passed to us from the ancients, found in caves of ancient China to the cathedrals of medieval England. It transcends all me and place.
Even in the 5 state-approved religions.
Christianity, Hinduism, Buddhism, Scientology, and
all under the holy symbol of the Tinner's rabbits.
Good thoughts, good deeds, good words.
The Father, the Son, the Holy One.
Buddha, Dharma, Sangha.
Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva.
Ask, believe, receive.
From one came two.
And two came three. The established state should pursue a robust agenda to protect the fundamental right to life, protect conscience rights, and uphold bodily integrity rooted in biological realities, not ideology. From the moment of conception, every human being possesses inherent dignity and worth, and humanity does not depend on our age, stage of development, race, or abilities. Programs of the state are rooted in a deep respect for innocent human life, from day one until natural death. Euthanasia is not healthcare.
The secret is not great when someone knows.
But it is to something to whom it goes. Your Honor, it seems the defendant does not know the anthem.
Indeed, Representative 9876, we must rectify this.
Turn and turn, we also turn. We get pleasure as we burn.
And
As we spin, turn again. Count your ears before your eyes.
you will see the wonder. In the case of 7-6-1-2-3-4, State versus Defendant 5432s, this holy court defines Defendant 5432's request to become an exception to the Anti-Aliving Act in all space and time and capacity. Because this court finds you fit to live out live out healthily for the rest of your days.
And as we spin, turn back again.
Count our ears before our eyes.
You will see
See
the wonder.
You will see the wonder. You will see the wonder.
Judge and prosecutor continue their dance. The judge slowly fades out.
It is 8:33 at Phoenix time. At 8:40 Phoenix time, we will adjourn again for is adjourn leaving or coming back? We're going to come back. We're going to come back at 8:40 for our topic. All right, see you then.
Oh, yeah, you can bring chairs up here and stuff. We're just gonna get ourselves all comfy.
Doggy pile, okay.
Cameras.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, we'll change the camera here.
By the way.
Hi, I'm Anya.
Anya, nice.
It's incredible.
You want the dog as
No,
well?
you're good. I'm just trying not to hit
It was part of the show.
You would want
I don't want a chair either.
Oh, yeah.
No, no
I
chairs
want to be
needed.
cool too.
Sit on the ground.
Hi.
Philip is a very generous audience member.
You.
It was all for you. Yeah. Our motivation.
You're a very generous lover. I'm the audience member.
Okay, can we see pretty well? Hey, Haley. Yeah.
Hails. Hails.
Hey. Oh, ha ha.
Hi, everyone.
We gotta fix that.
Great job. Thank you so much. That was spectacular.
I think I am gonna move this so that we don't have to try to be
Mhm.
So it doesn't look like we're looking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
the TV's over here, the camera's over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's off? Okay, that's maybe a little bit better. Yay!
Hello. Oh, just incredible work, everyone. I so enjoyed every minute of that, and your work was wonderful.
Yay, thank you. Well, I'm gonna run a talk back here a little bit, but we just wanted to say first, how grateful we are for your work. Truly, it's so fun.
Thank you.
And especially me, I know this to be true about myself, but when I read something, it never is the same as when you see it. It just never, ever is the same. And it was this particular collection of short plays surprised me more than usual in the transformation from the words to the script, to actually on the stage, which is cool. Okay, so the first question I'm gonna ask is, what images stood out to you? What visual images stood out to you? Yeah. Yes, as you were watching. And anybody can answer the question.
Boy. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Yeah.
The little boy and the bug zapper, that ending
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alec,
I was gonna say like all the tableaus at the very end, like the screaming, the dancing while she was dying, the bug zapper, like genuinely all of like the punctuation on every story I thought was very, very well done.
Yeah, I think you dying in the courtroom, that was like really terrifying. That was really scary and like profound and just, yeah. And there was like this weird, it's dark humor too. Like I find it humorous, but it's also like horrifying.
Yeah.
Now the contrast of you want to laugh at some things over here,
Yeah.
and then you want to like feel deep feelings, darkness over here. So it's this really awkward contrast at the same time on stage.
We have a YouTube comment from one Isaac Byrne that says "Pig baby."
I mean, like,
Yeah.
sexy golden retrievers
Yes.
gonna haunt me, you know.
Traumatized
In a weird
you a little
mixed
bit.
way, you know. The question that rises within me.
Were there any words or phrases or sounds?
You have a pig inside you.
Yes,
That
yes.
hit hard.
Calling the judge Your Holiness was
Yeah.
was a very interesting thing.
I was really struck by in the courtroom scene, I forget what the title of that one is.
Tinner's rabbits.
Yeah, okay. The 5 state-approved religions, I noticed that 2 really major religions are omitted from that, and I thought that that was really profound.
I don't know if you did that on purpose or like if that was a commentary there, but that really stuck out with me that Islam and Judaism was not included. So yeah, I thought that really added to it.
Isaac also says the chair dance in the play.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just kind of the entire physicality of like specifically the Weka bird with like that mirroring and moving around and chasing and not being able to catch. Mm-hmm.
I would like to say, like, I've seen most of these done except for tonight. I had not seen Pugly and I had not seen Parable of the Weeka Bird. I've taken Parable into several groups to like work on it, and I don't think anyone has ever understood that piece. Even my partner who's read it, he just didn't understand it. And like, you know, as a writer, it's such a vulnerable thing because that's such a personal story to me. And like, I'm like, maybe I don't understand what I'm trying to say here. And then Rachel, like, my jaw was on the floor watching this. Like, I've never seen a director understand my work more than watching Parable of the Weeka Bird tonight. I was like watching because that for me is like, I was in a very bad relationship, and then I knew that my younger child self was like connected somehow to that and like trying to help me out of it. And I've never seen, I don't think anyone's understood that play. And I was like full body chills, like never been seen like that before. Really beautiful work.
Also to yes, thank you. I will roll around in that.
Yes, and the actors, like the movement,
Yes,
the spectacular work. I'm sorry, I don't know your names, but the two dancers and then the monologue was just everyone was so connected and so understood that story. Just beautiful work.
Yeah. It's really actually very funny to me, Haley, when I thought that was the most relatable piece off the bat. That's funny.
I immediately understood
that.
I was like, oh yeah.
When I read it, it was tears in my eyes.
Oh my gosh. You know, it might be, and Isaac mentioned, he's like, maybe you just need a female director for that piece. Cause I think I have a lot of writers groups are filled with men, and like the ones I've been in the past. And so it might just be that because it's a female story side of that kind of relationship, it might just need that. But yeah, like, and yeah, every single story was seen and understood, but that one, I was actually scared to see that. I was like, all the other ones, I think they're gonna knock out of the park, but I was afraid to see. I was like, that's the one that needs the most work because I just can't describe what I want. And then I was just shocked. It was beautiful, just perfect. Yeah.
You did. Yeah. Yes. Thank you for your work. The collaboration is so. Yeah. It's so fun. What did you want more of?
Pig babies, right?
What did you want more of?
I almost wanted my character to be a bit more like she's type of a character who can go above and beyond for what she wants. Almost like wanted her to just show it more on the stage. Like, you know, to what extent she can push forward. That's like, of course, you know, like me as actor, that's my choice, but you know.
I want more duck or like interacting with an inanimate object.
Yeah, we gotta like figure out like a puppet or something.
The minute we put it, because I bought it, I was so proud of myself. I was like, oh, we have a duck that looks like a duck and it's too small. And I was like, I should have just bought an inflatable or something like that, you know?
It pops, you know?
Right, yeah. Definitely more of the duck.
Yeah, more duck.
Seymour crackers, great job.
Yeah.
For the parable, for my character, I felt like, because I could feel it in my body. Like, I really wanted to react to what Aaron was saying. And like, I wanted to make sounds. Like, it was so raw. And like, I was there, like, with Joey. Like, I can see him, like, suffering. And I almost, you know, like birds, like, they chirp and they, like, you know?
Yeah.
But because, like, we're reading, I wanted Aaron to, you know,
Be
wanted
heard.
to risk, yes.
Yes.
So I was like, oh man, do I like make noises now? Or so I guess like it's that.
Yeah.
Like I wanted the rawness of my character to I guess like show more with like voice a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Without overpowering. If that makes sense.
I wanted more gore, like something that like genuinely ratcheted it up just one extra notch to like really drive home the like dark comedy, but also like I don't know, there's something impactful about it still.
You are in good company there, Alex, as Isaac has said that pigs eat human corpses.
Yeah.
Live tweeting, can I talk back? He's in the same room with me right now, live tweeting.
I love that. Oh, so funny. What, if anything, was confusing?
Well, I will just say my first impression of when we first were rehearsing it, I was very confused. So it's just like, it's like, once you start seeing it and then you kind of do it like a couple of times, then you start to understand like, oh, that's what that's doing. That's what that's trying to say.
Yeah.
But at first I was like, this is very like out there. I almost wanted to tell people like, hey, you show up pregame. And then you'll be brought up to speed. But yeah, so I would say, yeah, it was just like the Tinner's Rabbit, there's like symbolism in that I would like to kind of unpack more because there's a little bit more.
Yeah, I felt like the Tinner's Rabbit was the one that I wanted most to have all of the lights and the sound and the sets and the special effects.
Yeah.
That one I really wanted those things in there for sure. If you can think like if there was a moment that you saw that like felt like it went just kind of a little bit to the side or over your head, or something where you felt like, ooh, we almost touched something and then it slipped away.
My pregnancy.
Your pregnancy slipped away.
So, because it's like quick, right? So it should be like more like showing that period a little bit more rather than like, you know, touching like here and there. That would make a difference.
Yeah, I think I actually agree with that. I think the pig one was so good and powerful, and I almost feel like you could take more time. You know, like the gestation of the pregnancy and everything goes so quickly.
I think I was a little bit confused as how we got to kill the mom so fast.
Yeah.
As the solution there.
I really like the tone of that one, but I do agree. I feel like it could be drawn out a bit more. I did want to say also that, like, as somebody who I've never seen or read these plays, I don't know if I like got all the symbolism, but I don't feel like I was confused about what you were trying to say. Like, I feel like the messages were powerful and they read across very well to me, especially with how all the actors did. Yeah.
Cool.
That's good to know. Thank you.
Okay, those are the questions that I have. Haley, I'm wondering if we could ask you some questions.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so this is if you want to ask questions about just like the process of writing in general, or if you have a particular question about something that you came up against either in another piece that you were an audience member to, or one that you worked on.
What was your inspiration for Pugly? Like what?
Personal. I realize that might be like skating on.
No, it's definitely a question I've asked myself. You know, I think it's many things. I think I remember talking to my girlfriends when I was like dating someone in college, and I remember like, you know, as girls do, talk about like, I really loved sniffing my partner at the time, his armpits. I like loved the smell of it, and she was like, that means that like you're very genetically different and that you should be together, and like the reasons that like there's a layer of that in there. I think pugs being inbred so much that their like bodies are literally falling apart, and like the smell of death intrigued me, and I kind of connected those two ideas. And then I'm in a relationship with another artist, so like what we use to inspire our work, what comes from our relationship, what comes from just being in the world with someone, there's just a lot of different layers that kind of took me there. So I think
What terminal illness did you have in mind?
you know, I left it open to the actor. I think I did reference like a Grey's Anatomy, but I didn't. I had one for myself in mind, but I think that it could be any kind of dark and twisty congenital disease.
Yeah, it would be fun to play with once you picked, like with makeup and stuff like
Right,
that.
I was gonna say.
Well, I think it leaves it open to like what actor gets cast, like their physical type. I didn't want to like name one because I think that leaves it open to like if you have a spectacular actor that you want to work with, but if I picked like a specific disease that is not that physical type, then you wouldn't get to work with this amazing actor. So I think that, yeah, it just kind of leaves it open for interpretation.
Yeah, we have time for one more.
What kind of tone is your like ideal tone for Chimera? Because I don't know why, but like the underpinnings of everything I wanted to do was like, obviously, I tried to play it straight, but like I really wanted to play it like schlocky, like Tim Robinson kind of humor. Which is like, it went against everything that made sense, but I was like, I don't know why. Some of the lines are just so blunt that like I really wanted to try that, but it would ruin the consistency of it.
Yeah, I think for Chimera, that was the first piece I wrote. I was in a play festival, like a 48-hour play festival, so I got a prompt, and then I went out and like I found a Starbucks down in Astor Place, and I just wrote through the night, and I just kind of imagined it like a Twilight Zone feel. So like this heightened wild world, but the actors are kind of, especially the man is like looking out to the audience and breaking the fourth wall. So it's living in this heightened place where he feels like the audience is with him and on his side. And so I tongue in cheek the tone, I would imagine like just enjoying it, like living in that wild, wacky place. Yeah, I thought you did an excellent job. I think every single one of you understood it. I think that Chimera and Tinners and Pugly kind of are the three wildest pieces, and they all kind of live in that connected, wild Twilight Zone place.
Yeah.
But I'd be like, any wild. I always try to like, especially for these kind of readings. I'm like, yeah, take it as far as you want to go. Like, if you have a wild choice, go there. Why not? Like, you only live once, and you know. You don't have to worry about paying back our Broadway producers, so let's do it.
It's wonderful. Well, Haley, thank you so much.
Well, thank you. Thank you all. This was so lovely and helpful and fun. It was a really fun night of theater. Thank you.
Yes, please let us know what if, right, where it goes, what you do with it, but we...
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm going to have to take you with me, Rachel, so you can direct Parable. Yeah.
Good, I'm up for it. Yay. All right. Well, do we have any last minute questions on the?
No, Isaac just wants more pig charts.
There's something about pigs that I really
can't with this guy. I can't.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone. Spectacular job. See you soon. Bye.
Yay!
So fun.
So fun, you guys.
You know what I just thought of? I think Goldie needs a fan, you know?
Yes.
Goldie needs like the Beyonce